All right. You know what? I'm going to go back to change the view here. Okay. Great. Well, Morgan, thank you very much for taking the time to join us today. I'm Ann Smith Tate. I am the president of the Shawnee Chamber. And so on behalf of the Board of Directors and the Government Affairs Committee, I want to thank you for participating in our candidate forums today. We know that running for office can be stressful and very time consuming. So appreciate your commitment to the Chamber and the greater Shawnee business community. So we believe that when we work together as a city and a chamber and private businesses, we can grow stronger and faster. So with that, I'll turn it over to you and have you introduce yourself and tell us why you believe you're qualified to hold the position of city council member for the city of Shawnee.
Okay. Well, my name's Morgan Rainey. I'm running for Shawnee City Council in Ward 3. My family served the city for a long time. My dad and grandfather were city prosecutor and city attorney. And another one of my grandfathers was one of Shawnee's longest serving mayors. So I was born here, raised here. I chose to work for a company that has its headquarters here. I mean, simply put, I love this city. And so I want to continue that family history of service, not just because of the family history, but because I believe that local government should reflect the voices of real people that have real concerns. That's why I'm running.
Wonderful. All right. Well, so as part of our mission here at the Chamber, we work towards fostering a more vibrant economy, and that looks like bringing in quality economic development and tourism opportunities for the community. Can you tell me what role, if any, you believe the city should play in economic development to bring jobs and capital investment to the community?
Well, I think they should be working hand in hand with the Chamber of Commerce, honestly. I think they should be supporting uh, the Chamber of Commerce in contacting and bringing in new businesses. And then we have great city programs that would be good, sorry, that facilitate this. Like we have a seed fund for new companies that want to come into the city. The seed fund can also help revitalize businesses. And so I think that the council creating opportunities and funds like that is essential to helping the chamber bring in um, business.
Wonderful. Okay. And what would you say, in your estimation, are Shawnee's competitive advantages as it relates to a location of a business or commercial development?
Honestly, there's so much opportunity here. We've got K7, we've got I-35, we've got 435. Shawnee Mission Parkway goes right through it all. So we're just like a hub. And so there's so much opportunity there for companies that want to be close to everything. And I think that's what makes Shawnee so unique is that we're right here in the center of everything. And then we also have so much opportunity for development. So out west here, where I'm running, there is lots of open space. And so I see a lot of opportunities there to bring in new businesses to, make sure it's done strategically though and responsibly. But there's just so much opportunity here.
Wonderful. So part of that opportunity exists not only within Shawnee, but within our neighboring communities. We have seen some of the largest economic development projects in the state occur in DeSoto with the Panasonic plant and the expansion of Merck. How do you see Shawnee taking advantage of the ripple effect they will have on Shawnee and the other surrounding communities?
I see us growing. We're going to definitely grow in the next 5 to 10 years. I already see, I'm running in one of the largest wards. Already see that it's really outsized for what we thought it was. And so I don't think I'm answering the question very well. But um, I just see the ripple effect of new families, new businesses coming in. And so we really need to take harness of that and make sure it's done strategically and responsibly. Those are my two biggest words I like to use. And just, take off.
Yeah, yeah. So within that, how would you view the role of public-private partnerships in developing the future of the community?
Okay, when you say public private,
Like incentives, if that might look like a structured incentive where the city is putting in either funds in the form of a tax abatement or tax rebate. Sometimes it looks like a sales tax abatement or rebate. Also, we partner a lot with the state of Kansas and the incentives that they can offer. And then, of course, the private sector coming with their resources to invest in the community. So a partnership between both.
I think those are all great tools in the toolbox, and I think that each has its own place to be used. And while I don't support them all broadly, I would say that each has a great place, and each project that we bring in should be independently assessed for what is best for them.
Sure. And what tactics would you employ to make sure that you're getting a balanced view of these projects as well as the businesses and citizens and not just hearing from the squeaky wheel?
The squeaky wheels, yeah. Um, One of the platforms that I'm running on is increased communication. I think that increased communication within the ward and within the city would help foster just general knowledge of what's going on so that more people have an opportunity to engage and share their opinions. And then when a project will specifically affect an area, I believe in going out and making sure we talk to those people of the area and make sure that they know what's coming, they know what's going to affect them, and they have an opportunity to speak out about it. Whether or not we still go through with it, they will be aware.
A top issue for all employers, public and private, is the need for qualified workforce. What role do you see the city of Shawnee playing in attracting qualified workers and or addressing some of the barriers to employees such as childcare and attainable housing?
That's a good one. I think the city should do everything they can to help foster that. Housing is a big issue. It's a big hot button issue. I believe that we need housing for all life stages. So we need housing for the new families that come in and need a place to stay. We need housing for the people that want to retire and maybe not stay in that $400,000 house. So I do believe in more dense housing, whether that takes the form of actually not whether. I believe that it should probably take the form of mixed housing. We have great examples of, townhomes mixed with single family homes. Duplexes are great. And so we have great examples of those all throughout the city of where it's worked really well and it looks really great. And so I think bringing more of that in to help foster the housing would be great.
Wonderful. A part of that conversation really also centers around the amenities and some of the things for people to do in the community. That also looks like how we attract visitors to Shawnee. So, what role do you see as a city playing in the attraction of outside dollars in the form of tourism to stimulate the local economy? What would you do to attract new visitors to Shawnee?
Honestly, I think it's about bringing in new businesses. One of my favorite conversations I have while out canvassing is what do you want to see out west here? Or just in general in Shawnee. It's not all about out west. But I've heard some great ideas. We are a city that doesn't have a pickleball court. That old, I believe it was an old Price Chopper out on K7 and horrible directions. K7 and Johnson would be a great place to bring in like a serve or a whatever the other serve is, the other pickleball. But
Chicken and pickle.
chicken and pickle, yes. And so I think that would be a great way to bring in new business to the city because when I want entertainment, I don't think of Shawnee. I think of going to, surf or chicken and pickle or the iFly or Top Golf out in Metcalf out in Overland Park. So we need to bring in more businesses like that so that the tourism value comes to Shawnee. We already are doing a great job downtown. Downtown is so much more vibrant than it was like even 5 years ago. I go down there on a Saturday and I see so many people down there and it's great. But I think we can also bring that kind of mentality out west here.
Absolutely. What would your approach be to working alongside other council members that you may not always see eye to eye with on policy decisions?
I'm a huge believer in respect. Everybody's opinion is valid. Everybody has reasons that they want to make their decisions. I don't think anybody ever comes in wanting to be a villain. So that's how I approach everybody. Is everybody deserves respect and kindness. And so I can listen to anything. I will listen to any viewpoint. And I think I can do that calmly and then engage in a conversation that's constructive for both of us. And I think that's the key, is just to engage each person as a person.
Excellent. So specifically about your ward, you kind of hit on this earlier, but what do you see as the growth trajectory of the K7 corridor, and what types of development do you expect to see in that area?
Oh, great. I love this one too. Um, so like I said, the old Price Chopper, I think, is a huge opportunity um, to bring in some kind of, I'd originally approached it as with like some kind of not sport, athletic endeavor out here. And I'd originally approached it as, we could use a Crunch or a Planet Fitness. And then somebody suggested pickleball. And I'm fully on board for that. That would be awesome. Or anything like that. And then that whole strip mall could just use an injection of new business, I think. And it would just create a little mini downtown out west, I think. There's a perfect opportunity for that. And with the new bridge going in that we're hoping to get from KDOT at 75th Street, I see that being a new hub as well of housing and maybe some opportunities for business development. One of the biggest concerns that I hear right now is out at 43rd and K7. We did bring in some new industrial business out there, and it's doing great, but it's also bringing in new traffic that we hadn't expected. And so that new traffic is we've had a couple deaths out there, and it's causing congestion and a lot of pain for some of the current residents. And so I would like to see currently new development maybe paused out at that intersection until we can get some infrastructure to support it, probably from KDOT, and then focus on the areas that I've already mentioned, like K7 and Shawnee Mission Parkway, K7 and 75th, just things like that.
Yeah, you've definitely given this a lot of thought. I love it. And finally, there is some conversation out there about what is the difference between a livable city and a lovable city? What, in your estimation, is the difference? And how would you work to make Shawnee a city that businesses and residents love?
That's a great question. I do think that we are a lovable city. I would be on the side of we may not be the most livable right now, just with high housing prices. If I was looking for a house today in my ward, I don't think I would be able to afford one. We kind of sneaked in at the end of 2019 and got a great deal on our house, but it's just kind of sad to think about if I were looking today, I wouldn't be able to afford a house in my neighborhood. I have several friends that wanted to live in this area, and they've been completely priced out. So I think that we do have a huge housing problem. I would like to see more of the mixed housing communities that can help support, single moms, our elderly that want to retire and move into that want to move out of their $400,000 house and move into something that's maybe more single story, or a divorced parent that wants to stay close to their kids. They shouldn't be priced out of our community and be able to find a nice, cute, little place to stay. So I honestly forgot what your question was too.
Just how to make Shawnee lovable.
I think that's how to make it more livable. And I think that it's already lovable. I think that is our best asset. We recently changed our motto to Hometown with a Heart. And I think that is just the cutest thing ever, because it is. We have so many events that are unique to Shawnee, like old Shawnee days, Shawnee Town, the St. Patrick's Day Parade. While that's, not unique, it's the ducks. We used to chase the ducks down the street when I was younger. And after that, I'd go play roly-poly behind City Hall. And I think that those things are what are so unique and make it such a unique hometown that I love it here.
That's wonderful. Well, great. Well, that is all the official questions I have for you today. Is there anything else you would like to share about your campaign or about why you want to serve the city of Shawnee in Ward 3?
The best answer I can give is that I know I will be really good at this job. I like to think things through and make decisions that are fact-based. I don't really cave to outside influence. And I think that partisan politics have no place in local government. And that's the biggest thing that I can say is that I want to insulate our local government from, just some of the nastiness that we see going on nationally. Both sides of the aisle. I believe in treating everybody with kindness and respect and making informed decisions. And I think that's why I would be really good at this position. Um, that's honestly why my dad approached me and asked if I'd be interested in running for this position. Is because he knew that I'd be really good at it, and I will be. Uh, I just have to make it through campaigning. So my website's raineyforshawnee.com, and my Gmail is the same, Rainey for Shawnee. So I think that's about it.
All right. No, thank you very much. That was wonderful. I appreciate your time. Again, I know you guys are so busy with the campaigning and it is a lot of hard work. So good luck out there. And we will, I'm sure, see you soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.